Hello Mr. Crawl 3R.
What's up, Porsche?
Hello Mr. Crawl 3R. You. Back to Lancia smiling face with sunglasses.
What's up, Bono?
Don't improve
Nice
me
time,
put
bro.
same times grinning face with big eyes. That page 1 cut the hell out of the last corner eye.
Yeah, I see that. I was like wondering how, dude.
Weekend day fo I morove.
It's the last turn for me, man. I just don't really have a good break point. I've been trying everything. Oh man, that turns to kryptonite. See, why can't I take it like that and quell it?
GLHF.
I'm starting from the back. Thanks, bro. Once my DR hits, or SR hits A, halfway of A, I gotta get out of this race and then a different one. This is a SR killer race because people want to play bumper cars.
Grinning face with big eyes. Crawl 3R.
What's up, Leg?
GLGL.
Thanks, man. always the one. I'm always the one getting thrown off for nothing.
Hello Mr. Crawl 3R. GLHF. Grinning face with big eyes. Crawl 3R. GLGL. GRGR. Tough on that fourth lap.
Yeah. I give them all a head start, and then I pass them all cleanly, and as soon as I get past them, they just want to throw me off. For what? I never even touched you, you know? And then you just ruin both of our race, or the opportunity to. We're gonna take a look at the replay on that one.
Children.
Come on, bro. My fault. Alright. We'll see.
Roll the tape.
One, two. So there's a guy that hit me twice. This guy backed off, very respectful.
Good luck. Hey Crawly Gemstone.
What's up, Wrenchy? Pass this guy.
Cole. Wrench. Pace up.
Alright, here we go.
LED Gemstone Cole Gemstone hey.
He went into the sand, so now he's lost a tremendous amount of momentum. He probably thought I was going to come underneath him, so he started to slightly turn in a little bit. As you can see right here. And I just kept straight. Taps me right there. taps me right here. I'm straight. Barely veering to the left. I'm now turned to the right.
Wow, more scumbags. They're freaking everywhere.
And this guy's turning into the right now. So I come over a little bit to the left. This guy actually waits. I pass this guy cleanly. And all I said is, come on guys, drive better or do better. And that dude wants to call me a clown. Very well.
It's Piloto's initial contact that starts the whole thing.
Like, dude, you lost so much momentum.
I just tried
Play
UK
it safe.
account and it was worse somehow.
You lost so much momentum, dude. Like, just back off a little bit so your tires will clear themselves out and get back in the fight. Didn't say anything disrespectful or anything. I just said, do better. Come on, guys, do better. And then he calls me a clown, so okay. Noted. Y'all saw the replay. Y'all saw I did everything clean. Didn't hit nobody. Didn't touch nobody. Passed everybody clean. And then I get called a clown. Let's see where my... Still an S. Still a clown. So I'll be a clown in this race
You
right here.
enjoying race A, Crawley?
Yeah, I like driving these cars. They're fun. I like all the tracks. I like this track because it's just fun to drive. This car is the most fun car to drive in my opinion. And I haven't raced this track in a while, so it's nice to do this track here and there. Race B, I have pretty fast race pace in race B, but the slip is insane. So like it gives the slower drivers by like a second or 8/10 an opportunity to stay in the fight. And you know, sometimes I lose, sometimes I win, but then when I lose, these guys, you know, are like, ah, ha, beat Crawler or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, man, congrats, good job.
Right.
And it's like, dude,
Great fun these
you
laps
know
is.
the slip
Track
is
is
what
okay, I
kept you in
guess.
it.
Just pens
But
and custom
whatever.
slip and bag drivers ruining GT7.
All right, I'm a clown. What? Look at this dude. You owe me one? Who's this guy think he is?
How do you owe him? You never hit him at all? The cognitive dissonance is astounding.
No, but I'm gonna be a clown on this one. Fucking idiot. Sorry for my French, guys. What is this guy doing?
Failing, apparently face with tears of joy. Rip. Oh my god.
Oh my god, come on, dude.
After you thanked him too. GG.
Thank you. I'm not gonna even say anything.
No cam today?
No.
He takes a dumb half-defense line, then is focused on you, compromises his exit and runs you out, not even on purpose but because he's screwed.
Happens.
Good luck on the next one, Crawley.
Thank you. I'm gonna tell that Mexican driver to apologize. Here we go. It's probably gonna do me dirty here.
Hello Mr. Crawl 3R. GG. No cam today? He takes a dumb half defense line, then is focused on you, compromises his exit and runs you out, not even on purpose but because he's screwed. Good luck on the next one, Crawley. GRGR.
Thank you.
I'll see you friends later, it's time for me to bolt.
Alright, take it easy. Someone cut me lap 1. Who was it? Vengeance, if you're in this stream watching, watch your rear view, bro.
Crawler. Have fun. Good luck, victory, hand, thumbs up, smiling face with sunglasses.
Hey, Richie. Yeah, man. That's what it's all about. Having fun. Taking care of I Am Vengeance.
Go get 'em, Tiger. Like there's not a clean driver in the whole world.
I'm done being nice.
It was fair. They gonna a Joel, we gonna a Joel right back. It's sad but necessary at this point. Good day, good day.
Hey, good day, buddy.
Hey Daniel Gemstone. Trash taken out. They won't learn though, they will whine at you sadly.
Yeah. I know. Probably get some races in the beat. This guy's funny. Look at that. Alright, we're gonna take a break from A. Hop into some B. We'll wait for the time to go down.
I've been having fun here, even while you were kicking my arse. Crawley, have you thought about trying the Evo? In your hands it would be way better than mine, I reckon.
What, in this track? You're getting faster, Daniel, for sure. I'll turn my camera on probably,
Yay, handles better than G70 Emo.
probably after this race, maybe. No, the Evo's trash here. In the first day I tried Evo, WRX, GTR, NSX.
What region you running?
I'm in America. That's the S-Folk, the
No
homie from the
Sardegna,
West
I was
Coast.
racing you the other day.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing you. Now I gotta get used to the feel of this car.
Fie, chasing your ghost has improved my time. Appreciated raised fist, medium dark skin tone.
Hell yeah, bro. Glad to hear it. Oh, wow, got a new contender up front. Oh. Alright, we got a ghost to follow. Mr. New Contender. It's all about the braking here, honestly. And that downhill mountain. Whoa! alright.
At times been ahead of your ghost before start of downhill.
Nice.
Long story short, you got .700 easy if not better.
Yeah. I like where I sit though. Because I like having people start in front of me too. Are you kidding me right now? Alright.
No doubt.
It's not gonna be a fast lap.
Heard you talking about new elastomers. You running am?
No, I ordered them. Shift at 93 miles per hour in third gear and 118 in fourth.
I live near here and it's funny I struggle to get a fast lap here.
It's your hometown, bro.
The Houston Volts.
Oh no. Oh no. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, I'm gonna turn my camera on for you guys. Give me a sec. I just gotta take care of a couple things. But yeah, on third gear, you guys wanna shift that, oh man, I already forgot. Damn. It just, when I see the miles per hour, I know what gear to shift in. I know fourth gear is 118. That's where you want to shift that. Oh, 93. You want to shift that 93 miles an hour on third gear and fourth gear at 118. Down the straights. Also on the long straight, on the back straight, you want to shift pretty much into sixth gear once you go over the crest of that hill. Not at the crest, right as you go over the crest, because you want to carry that momentum. You know what I mean?
Believe you said 93.
Yeah, 93 in third gear, 118 in fourth.
Going into sixth at about 142, then?
Yeah, about 141, 142. The important part is because depending on how your momentum carries on your exit from that turn before the straight, I wouldn't worry too much about the mile per hour. I worry more about the crest. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you right here where I typically shift at once I go over the crest. Hold on. Let me do.
I've been running straight fifth, and less traffic, then sixth at 148.
Yeah, that's not the way. It's not the way, young Jedi. Alright. We here. We here. We here. Alright, so I'll show you where I typically shift at.
Yo yo. Just got back from vacation.
Yo, that's the
7
homie
hour
right
drive.
there, Mr. Eddie the cat.
Yo cap raised fist, medium dark skin tone.
Alright, I'm gonna point out something to you on the road to look for.
Pace folk.
It's pretty obvious. So I'm in fifth gear, coming over the crest. I'm coming over the crest, fifth gear. You see this right here? This tarmac right here, this little line? Uh-huh, that's it right there, boys and gals. That's where I shift up to
Check
6.
out Florida's Yoda over here, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
That's where I shift to 6. Now you'll see. It looks smaller than that though when you're coming down the straightaway. And this guy's a little too close, so let me just, alright. .93 and 118.
What up, brother?
What's up? 93. $118. It's not going to be a fast lap, but you're going to see how I shift over that crest. Plus, I need to practice on my downhill. Oh. 93. 118. Now you're gonna look for that dot to shift that. Boom. Look at that, increase in time right there. Look at that increase of time. The gearing. It's all in the gearing. 93. $93. $118.
Hello, Mr. Crawl 3R. Pace folk. Haha, check out Florida's Yoda over here, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy. What up, brother? I've wondered about that line.
What up, what up?
Appreciate the demonstration.
Uh-oh, I'm not even warm. I'm not even warm right now. Damn. I gotta order food too. Anyways, fam, thanks for coming in and hanging out. So, I'm not completely warm on this track. My downhill is mainly where I need to warm up at. Usually, it's weird. Like, when I race early in the day or midday, my pace is not there. My pace typically comes out like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., all the way into the morning to like 3 o'clock in the morning whenever I do that. That's when my really fast pace comes out. I've always been a night owl. I'm not an early bloomer. S-Folk, you're an early bloomer. Alright, here we go.
7-hour drive took a bit out of me, chilling on my homie's stream.
And then they get us. You gotta be like a second away for them not to get your slip down this straight. Look how far he was and how he caught up because of that slip. And he thinks he's fast now because of it. He's like, oh shit, that crawler messed up. I caught up to him. And then he'll get slip here too. Let's go. So he's a second away now. He'll still have just a little bit of slip, unless he has a penalty. But he's catching up. Even with it being a second out, he's catching up. Alright, we're gone. He's done, unless I fuck up.
Yo, what's up everyone? Today's my Friday, let's go.
What's up, workman? What's good, bro?
About to hop on. Hopefully I can get in your lobby.
I'm sure you'll make it there at some point if you're not. Oh! Touched the wall a little bit there.
Hey workman. What's good? Thumbs up.
Oh man, dirty tires. Is there any other area that any of you guys are finding an issue with or having trouble with?
I can stick your ghost through the first and half of the second sector, but then I lose you coming down the hill a little bit.
Watch how I go down the hill.
Right here.
Yeah, it's all where you're shifting at. You want to shift in third gear at 93, fourth gear at 118, and then you're going to see a little red dot here on the road where I'm going to shift once I go over the crest. Bam! Right there, boy. Just like that. Game over. Have a nice day. See you at the finish.
This car seems to work better when you short shift the hell out of it.
Just gotta know where to shift it at. You gotta know where its sweet spot is, workman. Alright, get some DoorDash.
When I'm chasing your ghost around the first turn towards the end, I start reeling you in.
Yeah, you're doing good then. You got that first turn down on lock. I don't. I'm inconsistent. Sometimes I lock it down, other times it's like, what the hell, man? Someone dropped some oil there or something? You know? But
Well, me too.
alright, what kind of food am I gonna get? Damn,
Yeah, my pace is pretty decent though. I'd say when I'm not crashing face with tears of joy. I've just gotta keep grinding to get faster, I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Guess I'll just order some pizza. It's kind of late, you know? Okay.
Hello Mr. Crawl 3R. Yeah, my pace is pretty decent though. I'd say when I'm not crashing face with tears of joy. I've just gotta keep grinding to get faster, I'll get there eventually. GG. YouTube lag is awful tonight. Fog so thick I can't see track at moment. It's a real P super today.
Alright. What's on today? Yeah. YouTube lag, or is it just the internet connection, Eddie? Oh, we got the homie LeBuke in here. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep. LeBuke will keep up if he doesn't have any errors. He'll definitely keep up. Let's go.
LFG.
Oh, I messed it up. Oh, man. Like I said, it'll keep up. And he'll try to pass me too. He's always wanting to battle. Or he might help to get away. We'll see. He helps. Oh shit. Come on, Lemieux, we gotta go. We gotta go if we don't want no stress.
UL waving hand, medium light skin tone.
Oh shit.
I'm off phone about to die.
I can't see my chat right now. Sorry. My phone screen is not up. That didn't sound good. Oh no. Horrible turn. A 1:15.1 was the best lap I put down.
I got rear-ended to turn 1 by the guy behind me because he got hit. Fire.
Hey, what up, Cyrus? Yeah, that happens sometimes, workman. Any of you guys streaming right now?
Good race nonetheless.
Yes, sir.
Not
GG's.
much driving home.
Nice. Storming over here. Why does my button keep doing that? It's like double hitting. Look at that. Alright. So I'm gonna watch this replay right here. Not gonna be in the next race. I'm gonna just analyze this replay and then, oh, I got some, oh, I can't because it's on my other account, but analyze this replay. And then I'm gonna take a little break because I ordered some food and it should be getting here. So I was wondering if anyone else was streaming so I could hop on your guys' stream and watch you guys. Oh, I do have it on this account. I got a funny replay to show you guys. Actually, I'll just show you guys that replay now because that replay is hilarious. Dealing with 30 drivers. Was it this one? Let's see. Wii Sports. Let me see if it's...
Is it the freeway guy?
Yeah.
Face with tears of joy.
Oh, wait. Yeah, this is the replay. So yesterday I came across this play on the freeway dude, and prior to this race, we were going at the not at the downhill mountain, the left turn right before you start your entry into the downhill mountain. So I'm turning, and this guy literally pushes me off the track. Like I'm turning, he's right behind me, but instead of just staying right behind me, he gets on my inside. So as I'm turning, he pit maneuvers me off of the track. And I'm like, come on, dude. And the lobby chat, I said, come on, man. Why did you have to pump me off the track? You know, because I've never done him dirty or I've passed him cleanly. And the guy says, you turned into me. How do I turn into you if you're behind me and you're pit maneuvering me and we're going into a turn that you know that if you come on the inside there, you're going to be forcing someone off the track, you know, unless you have excellent control of your car and where you place it like, you know, the aliens do. So this in the chat, this guy, I'm like, come on, man, do better. And this guy goes like, oh, you turned into me. And I'm like, I didn't turn into you. You forced me off the track. And then other people like chimed in. And then he like said some snarky comment. So I was like, okay, all right. So the guy said I turned into him when I was in front of him. So this race, I'm like, I'm going to show him what it looks like to turn into somebody. So here we go. And I drop back and get behind him. Here we go. Here we go. Let him go. Go ahead, buddy. buddy. Sorry that I turned into you. So I'm right behind him. Here we go. All clean, not touching, not touching. I'm pissed off right now at this guy. And I'm gonna show him what it's like to turn in.
You handled your business face with tears of joy.
That is correct, Mr. Octane. I wanted him to realize what it looks like to turn into somebody.
Waving.
He pushed me off the track here, prior race. Here we go. Still don't touch him. Here we go. Now, oh, he clipped the wall there a little bit. So now I'm going to show him what it looks like to be turned into. Oh! Let's take it from another point of view. This guy was hitting it, the car that we're in right now, he was hitting everybody on the track last night. So I was like, I don't care. Here we go, another view. I was cracking up. Because people gotta learn. Honestly, you don't race like that with people that treat you with respect on the track.
Rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor,
Here we go, another
laughing,
view.
rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing, you go.
Alright, so there's more entertainment here. There's more entertainment. I won this race at the end. I finished. But I want to show you some more entertainment. So Combustion has some epic correction skills in the game. So he's going to mess up though. Get up to it. I think this is where he messes up here. Either gets hit into the wall or he just messes up. Yeah, so he hits it there, starts losing pace. Boom, gets hit. Race ruined. But watch what he does. He has some epic correction skills. Alright, so it took him a while to recover. He lets this guy go by. Who's the guy that I corrected? Little tap. Because this guy's been hitting everybody too last night. But this is not the most epic part about the race. Oh, bummer. Oh, I gotta show you this. Look at this guy's recovery. Where are you going? Okay. Now, this guy just hit combustion.
Face with tears of joy.
So this guy's a controller player. You can tell he's a controller player. Look at his little weaving on how he turns. This is the most epic correction skills I've seen in a while.
Yup.
So combustion has a 4-second penalty, so obviously his race is over. There's a chance that play on the freeway could catch back up and punt him. Look, they got riding the wall. It's the wall again. They both go off. But this is where it gets crazy. Look at it. Wait for it. He's like, it's alright, buddy. It's alright. Just get back on track here. Uh-oh, 4-second penalties coming up. Is he gonna be able to do correction here? Whoop.
Somebody was telling me with this race you could turn the car.
Look at his 4-second penalty is gone. Wow. I took care of that guy. Now we're hunting for the top guys. Where's that guy going? Oh yeah, we gotta see him. This is a little Austin Powers for you. Austin Powers driving 101 for our buddy Bray right here. He gets hit by accident. Look at this. Oh my god. Poor guy. Oh man, that sucks.
Sweet 14-point turn po.
Yeah. Poor guy. He was doing so good in a couple of races previously, and then something happened where he just started making errors, and then there was 2 times that he got stuck in the mountain like that. 2 separate races stuck there.
Ranch, person turquoise waving.
Thanks. Look at this.
Hey Octane.
Made an issue here. You see that? This is our buddy Carl. This is our buddy Carl. He's a good racer for the most part, but sometimes when he makes errors, he wants other people to stay behind him, even though when he makes those errors, unfortunately. So he hits this wall here, and if it was me, if I hit this wall right here, I'm going to move over more so to the right hand side because I know people behind me have more pace, and I'm going to just let them slip on by, and it's faster to fall behind and get back into their slip, give your tires time to recover, rather than trying to close the gate and then you just slowed everyone else behind you. So if you just slowed everyone else behind you, you're losing pace to the leaders. Alright, so like now you've just slowed everyone else down. The important thing is to move over, let these guys pass you because they have a faster pace, fall behind them, and let your tires recover and pick up their slip so that you don't lose too much time from the leaders. Unless you don't care at that point. If you're at that point where I don't care, then do whatever you want. But there's still 2 more whole laps to go into, minus you got that long slipstream to help reel you back in. So if he was smart, he would have moved over to the right more so, let the 2 cars behind him go, get behind the slip, and follow them down the track and regain that momentum. So you can have an opportunity to get back to P1. I'm behind Aniseth, all right, and he's 2 ahead of us, you know, so it's possible. See, now
Some people just don't like the fact that they get passed up.
Yeah, but if you have that mentality, though, you're gonna ruin it. You're gonna ruin your race having that mentality. You gotta think strategic, you know. Like if that happened to him on lap like 5, then yeah, go ahead and pull that maneuver and everything. Even though it's kind of dirty to do that, but we're on lap 3, bro, with a strong slip, you know. He's a good racer. You know, he didn't think right in that split period of time. So I have more pace than him, and I have the run on him on this turn. So I'm just gonna pass him instead of work with him. If I pass him, it's going to make him faster just following my slip if I don't make any errors, which he backed off right there. See, that was smart of him. He's like, let me get behind him because he'll pull me away from all the traffic behind.
Hey Octane. Hi Wrench. 100% I'd rather fall back and have a chance of coming back. Cap, person turquoise waving. Hey Cap. Workman waving hand, light skin tone waving hand, light skin tone.
So I think I have the replay so I ended up winning that race and everything, but I think I have the replay on when play on the freeway threw me off the track because I had a very good recovery
3R.
drive. Yo, what's up, Podium? This might be it. I think I came back to 6th place. It shows I'm in 6th or 7th. Is this it?
Almost podium waving hand, light skin tone. High Cap, high Wrench, high Octane racing, hand pink waving. Hey call 3R in chat. How's
What's up,
it going?
Zwart? How you doing, buddy? No, so that ain't it. I thought I saved it.
Zwart waving hand, light skin tone. Podium LO gemstone Zwart
might
high
be this
gemstone. Hey Podium.
No, that was first too. Yeah, I didn't save it. Dang it.
How's race B going for you?
It's been fun.
Hey Zwart.
The slip in race B is super strong. So it gives others the opportunity that are a second slower than you to feel like they're able to be competitive, which is fine and all. The whole thing about race B is strategy, where you're placing your car during the race to get the outcome that you want to get from the race and everything. So it just all depends on placement at what lap and what part of the track, and if you make errors,
I see you've been doing
proper
race A as
recovery.
well.
Yeah, I enjoy race A. Race A is definitely a fun race. It's definitely a bumper car race for sure, but I just really enjoy driving that car the most, mainly because it's like a different car, you know. So we're all used to driving Lambos, GTRs, G70s, or if you're rolling with the GT3 class, the Supras, GTRs, and McLarens and Alphas and RCZs and stuff. Where this car, no one ever really races, so being able to have the opportunity to race something different and you still get to work on DR and SR, you know, it's fun. But with race A, it's a bumper car race, you know, so you gotta be have some driver awareness and good defensive skills and be willing to get bumped. So for the most part, like I'll take off and won't look back, but then I'll drop back to challenge myself in racecraft wise and get by people cleanly. And then when I do get by people cleanly, when I do that, they hit me. So when they hit me, I'm like, come on, man. And depending on the severity of the hit, will determine if I need to make corrections in the following race. So I go ahead and do some corrections here and there. And it's not because I'm trying to be a dick. It's because these type of racers are ruining the race for others because they're racing improperly or not fair. So I just like to let someone know that, hey, that was messed up. I'm gonna show you what it feels like. If you want to keep going, we can. I I have no problem with it. So like obviously I want to stay an A plus driver. I'm a pretty decent have a decent A plus rating, but I don't even care, you know, if my bar drops all the way down to like you can barely even see it. As long as I'm A plus on my main account, I'm good. I'm A plus on my UK account, and I was A plus on my Oceanic account, but there were some bullies over there that I decided to handle for the betterment of everyone else in the lobby. So I made the sacrifice over and over and over every race, and I ended up getting a driver reset along with them. They got driver resets too. So the thing is I could recover real quickly and get that A plus. So on my UK account, I was able to make A plus in 4 days. On my VIP racing account, I was able to make A plus in like so. But yeah, fellas, I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna take a break. My food should be arriving here. I'll be looking for some of y'all on the stream. And then I'll probably be back on later racing. I might be on my race team account, depending if some of my teammates are running race A or B, or I might be on one of my other accounts, depending on who's where and what they're doing. So, thanks for hanging out. I'll catch y'all later.